vehicles that can fly through the air. In another few decades, they'd be walking on the surface. In another 50 years, they'd be digging a giant trench through the earth to physically connect one ocean to the other. At the same time, they would be building vehicles that can fly through the air. In another few decades, they'd be walking on the surface of the moon. Okay, these settlers took a wilderness sparsely inhabited by hostile Stone Age natives, and in a matter of a few centuries built the greatest, most advanced, most globally dominant nation the world has ever known. Am I proud of that? Oh yes, I am very proud of that. And I will always be proud of that. And I will never apologize for it. Period.
White people have always been at war.
Hey, Shalom, Shalom, call on Yahawah, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, Rekah Kwadash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the hopeful elect. Yeah, man, you know, as harsh as it may sound, he is allowed to be proud of it, man, because he's an Edomite. Okay? That's like we're proud to be Israel. Now, they did do, you know, let me make sure it's still recording. They did, and this is Elder Manata's Outbox page. Follow it, GMS South Carolina 08. Definitely get edified there. Watch the fullness of this video. I haven't watched it yet because I stopped when I saw that part of the video. Okay. Now, can they be proud? Okay. I mean, can they be? Yes, man. Yes. The Lord allowed them to do a swift thing. The Lord allowed them to do it because we went off. So can they be proud about that? They can. Yes, they can, man. You know, we love it that we love it. We love these type of Edomites. We love these type of Edomites, okay? Straight up and straightforward. Straight up and straightforward, you know? We love it, okay? Because they're not hiding behind the fact, oh, yeah, my friend is black. Oh, I have a black son. I have a, not black, you know, so-called black. You know, that's how they say it. My son-in-law is Mexican. My grandchildren are black. You know, and we know you guys hate us because it's a perpetual hatred that you have against our spirit, the 12 tribes of Israel, so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians. And you so-called blacks, Latinos, Native American Indians, wake up and smell the coffee, man. He told you the truth right in your face. Okay, what more do you need from a Edomite, man? He told you the truth. Okay? He told you. All right, he told you, and as the title says, Matt Walsh unknowingly admits to being the children of Esau, Edom. Yes, okay. He put their own tongue falling upon them. Okay, because who was prophesied to be the last kingdom in rulership, man? Who was prophesied that the Lord was going to come visit and destroy and overthrow their kingdom? Esau, Edom. Okay, we know about the scriptures in Revelation. All right. We know about the scriptures all over the Bible. All right. And we know about Isaac giving that fatness of the earth. That's playing out. That's giving the blessing of the fatness of the earth. That's playing out right now as we think and speak and as we exist. Okay. So yes, they can be very proud of it, man. I just jumping on here to say that real quick. I don't know if I got a scripture for you. Hey, how about this? I'm going to quote this one. A troop shall overcome Gad. Let me grab it real quick. Because he was speaking about how the Native American Indians was over here. Okay. A troop shall overcome him. Right. So this is why we tell you the scriptures is life. This is real history. This ain't, no, you can't read it like it's not real history, okay? Genesis chapter 49, verse 19, okay? All right. I have waited. I'm going to start at 18. I have waited for thy salvation, O Lord Yahawah. Gad, a troop, and this is Jacob talking to his sons, but I'm going to cut it straight to the point, all right? Gad, okay, that's the so-called Native American Indians, okay, with Reuben too. Okay? Gad, a troop shall overcome him, but he shall overcome at the last. That's a prophecy we waiting on, to overcome at the last. We waiting on that, man. Okay, because they stole this land from the Native American Indians. It can't get no more plainer and simple than that. This should be simple to you Israelites, but you guys, you know, you roughly paraphrase it, you swallow a camel and strain out a gnat. Okay, this should be very simple for you, very simple, but it's not. All right. Continuing on, Shalaki real quick. I saw some watermelons. But continuing on, so it's a Gad, a troop, and that troop is Esau Edom. Okay, a troop shall overcome him, but he shall overcome at the last. Okay, let's jump back here real quick.
Age natives, and in a matter of a few centuries built the great surface of the moon. Okay, these settlers took a wilderness sparsely inhabited by hostile Stone Age natives, and in a matter of a few centuries built the greatest, most advanced, most globally dominant nation the world has ever known. Am I proud of that?
And guess what? Yeah, he was talking about the Native American Indians, but guess what? Here, I got another scripture for you. Guess what? You know, the Lord, because you didn't do it on your own. That's where you fall at, man. Okay, you didn't do it on your own. The Lord bringeth the Lord Shalaki real quick. I'm driving to the in transit. They're doing these in transits lately. The Lord bases of men. I think that's how it goes. Might pull it up. Shalaki real quick. The Lord set it up. Yeah. Beautiful. Okay? Because Esau has not done something, Esau has not done something now outside of his will. Okay? Daniel chapter 4 verse 17. And that's the thing. That's how in this truth we understand how powerful the Lord is, man. The Lord allowed this to happen, man. The Lord setteth up the basis of man. Daniel chapter 4 verse 17. This matter is by the decree of the watchers, and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the basis of men. And Esau is a base man. Okay? I think Job talks about him. I think Job talks about it. Okay, beautiful. Job chapter 30 verse 8. They were children of fools, yea, children of base men. They were violent. Let me go up some. All right, Salakia. Verse 8. Job chapter 30. Let me start about. But now they that are younger than I have me in derision. Okay. For one and from the time that we cut off my little by the bush and drink. Okay, Khan. Job chapter 30 verse 1. But now they that are younger than me than I have me in derision, whose fathers I would have disdained to have set with the dogs of my flock. Yea, whereto might the strength of their hands profit me, in whom old age was perished. For want and famine they were solitary, fleeing into the wilderness, in former time desolate and waste, who cut up mallows by the bushes and juniper roots for their meat. They were driven forth from among men. They cried after them as after a thief, to dwell in the cliffs of the rocks, Mount Seir, in caves of the earth and in the rocks. Among the bushes they brayed, under the nettles they were gathered together. They were children of fools, yea, children of base men. They were viler than the earth. And now am I their song. Yea, I am their byword. And that's happening today. Okay? Because the Lord setteth up the bases of man. The Lord set up Esau, okay? A base man, and put him over us. Okay? All right. But yeah, just wanna say, you know, he can be proud about that, man. Okay? He can be proud about that. You know, that's something we love that, man. You know, because we're gonna be proud about our kingdom. And he can be racist. Okay? He can be for his race. There's nothing wrong with that, man. We want you to pick a side. Well, it's only one side you can go, but damn it, show your true colors. Okay? We love it that, you know what I'm saying? We love it that, you know, you coming out straight forth. All right? We love it. All right? We love that, man. You are for your people. There's nothing wrong with that. The Israelites have a problem. When we have a problem in our own nation because we're not for our people. Okay? You see, the problem is these white men are not for you either. The Edomites are not for you. Okay? They're for their own nation. Everybody for themselves. But when it come to fucking Esau being destroyed, now Jake won the 12 tribes of Israel won. Oh, no. You know, the other nations, you know, and it ain't even other. It's just Esau, man. Edom. When it comes to him getting judgment, you Jakes have a problem with that. But he's telling you, okay, he's telling you that he's not going to apologize for what happened. All right, he's telling you that he's proud of that. Okay, Jake, you got to be proud of your heritage, man, and come back to it and repent. All right. There's nothing wrong with what this man said here.
In another 70 or so years, that nation would stretch across the entire continent from one ocean to another. In another 50 years, they'd be digging a giant trench through the earth to physically connect one ocean to the other. At the same time, they would be building vehicles that can fly through the air. In another few decades, they'd be walking on the surface of the moon. Okay, these settlers took a wilderness.
I can't lie, you know, Babylon the Great, they did a lot of great things here. But without, you know, even the MOTB, that is a high technology. You have to have the spirit. The Lord has to have deal with Esau. The Lord had to deal with Esau on the left hand side for this kingdom to be even what it is. Okay. But guess what? They shall build. Okay. Beautiful. Yahawashi. Malachi chapter 1 verse 4. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. This is them in Job. Salakia real quick. That's Jim and Job. Let me get back there real quick. Okay. This right here. Job chapter 30 verse 6. Okay. They were driven forth from among men, made desolate. They cried after them as after a thief, to dwell in the cliffs of the valleys, in the caves of the earth, and in the rocks. Among the bushes they brayed, under the nettles they were gathered together. They were children of fools, yea, children of base men. They were viler than the earth. Okay, let's go back here. Salaki. Whereas Edom said, Malachi chapter 1 verse 4, whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but impoverished means to be broken down to your last, poor. Okay, let's get the right definition. We ain't gonna even cheat sheet it like that, right? Look up. Okay. Impoverished. Poverty is a state or condition in which an individual lacks the financial resources and essentials for a basic standard of living. Poverty can have diverse environmental, legal, social, economic, and political causes and effects. Okay. So it shows you that whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build desolate places. Thus saith the Lord. And that's that 1,000 years that the devil came up. Okay. Not that Salaki, not the 1,000 years he was bounded, but he was loose. He was loose. Okay. He was loose after that 1,000 years. All right. You had Jake ruling for a time, and then they came with the Renaissance and whitewashed everything. Okay. This is them, you know, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, Yahawah. They shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord Yahawah hath the indignation forever. Okay, and that's the thing. It says, but they shall build. Okay, what this man was saying,
wilderness, sparsely inhabited by hostile Stone Age natives, and in a matter of a few centuries built the greatest, most advanced, most globally dominant nation the world has ever known.
They shall build, I'm right here, follow me. They shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness. Okay, and this is Esau. Edom is, the Babylon the Great. America right now is called the border of wickedness right now. You can do anything here, all right? Anything vile and vain, okay? I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord Yahawah hath indignation forever, okay? So, yes, man, he can be proud about all the conquering he did, because ultimately the Lord put the spirit on them to do it. The Lord put the spirit on them to be able to be able to complete the mission at hand, right? Okay, the Lord had his hand on Alexander the Great, Alexander the Great. Okay, the Lord had his hand on Abraham Lincoln, not the Slakia, George Washington, right? The Lord had his hand on him. Okay, the Lord had his hand on them to come over here and come against the Gad and Reuben. All right, so yeah, man, Lord willing, was edifying. There's nothing wrong with what he said, man. There's nothing wrong with what he said. He's supposed to be proud of his people. He's supposed to be proud, because that's what they are. They're devils and demons inside, okay, made to be destroyed. These guys are the son of perdition. The Esau Edom lineage is a wicked lineage, so they're supposed to be wickedly proud about their achievements, okay? Because the Lord, at the end of the day, the Lord helped them achieve that, okay? So they can be proud about. We're gonna be proud having our foot on your head in the kingdom, okay? We're gonna be proud ruling over these other nations. We're gonna be just as proud. We're gonna be happy. We're gonna be happy, man. We're gonna be way past happy. We're gonna be so proud, okay? We're gonna be so proud, and we're gonna live it. We're gonna live it like they rode right through here in Florida with the those flags, Confederate flags. Man, we're gonna be flying through that motherfucker. We're gonna be, man, listen, man, we're gonna be this shit. So, our time coming, but let that fuck nigga have his shit, Let him have his shit, okay? And it's like I had to say like that in the worldly term, you know how I get. But let him have his time, So with that, I'm gonna say Shalom, call on Yahawah, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the hopeful elect. All right, Shalom. Let me grab this for real quick. One kingdom is okay, beautiful. All right, this might be the name title of the lesson. Ecclesiasticus chapter 10 verse 8. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. Okay, and it's going to be translated to Jacob next. The Chinese, Moab, you're not next. Hold it down. You're not next. All right, Shalom.